Hello everyone, welcome to EduGrow. Today I'll be starting the chapter 2 of modern Indian history, that is British conquest of India. I'll be making a series of videos on this chapter. It may take some 5 to 6 videos to complete this chapter. So let's start British conquest of India. It was after the demise of Mughal kingdom, thousands of independent kingdoms were born. Disintegration of Mughal empire facilitated the British conquest of India. Later Mughals were like a series of worthless rulers. Now we'll be studying about the later Mughals who were ruling India from 1707 to 1857. They were not that powerful. They were just like de facto, they were just like de jure heads. De jure heads. Let's start. The first one was Bahadur Shah I or Shah Alam I. He was the first ruler after Aurangzeb and ruled from 1707 to 1712. Contemporary historians called him Shah-e-Bekhabari. Shah-e-Bekhabari. Next, after Bahadur Shah I, the next ruler was Jahandar Shah. He ruled just for 1 year, that is from 1712 to 1713. He was a figurehead. He was a figurehead, and his prime minister Zulfikar Khan was a de facto. The real power lies with the prime minister, that is Zulfikar Khan. He exercises the real power. What did Jahandar Shah did is one important thing he did was in 1712 he abolished jizya, and after 1712 we'll never find jizya again. The one who was like responsible to abolish jizya was Jahandar Shah. Remember this point, guys. Next, the third ruler was Farooq Siyar. He ruled from 1713 to 1719. There were two brothers, that there are two important officers, and they were brothers called Sayyid Brothers, were the de facto. Like again, the real power lies with the Sayyid brothers. Sayyid Abdullah Khan was the wazir. Wazir, it means the prime minister, and Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan, he was the Mir Bakshi. That is, he was the Senapati. Farooq Siyar was a de jure head. What did it do, In the year 1717, a farman. The meaning of farman is the royal orders of the king. Royal orders of the king was given to East India Company. A farman was issued to East India Company. What was there in that farman is the British were allowed to carry out custom free trade in three provinces of Mughal Empire, that is in Bengal, and Gujarat and Deccan. In these three provinces, the Bengal, Gujarat, and Deccan were the provinces of Mughal, and in these three provinces, British were allowed to carry out custom free trade. Next, for an annual payment of rupees 10,000 for about 1 year, they can carry free trade in any of the province. They have to pay 10,000 for 1 year, and in that province they can carry out like custom like free trade. They can carry out a free trade. This is all about the Farooq Siyar, and the next ruler was Muhammad Shah Rangila. He's a bit more important compared to others. He ruled from 1719 to 1748. He's popularly known as Rangila, and he was a pleasure loving man. His addiction to women and alcohol made the people call him Rangila. Uh, and he was an expert dancer in Kathak. Muhammad Shah Rangila was an expert dancer in Kathak. Two very powerful officers were Burhanul Mulk. He was the head of Irani group. Irani group in the sense all were like Shias. Nizamul Mulk. He was the head of Turani group. They are the Sunnis group, head of the Sunnis. Next, these two very powerful officers, like they were rivals, Emperor was least bothered. Rangila was least bothered about all these. Like by this time, governors, all the governors were declaring independence. What happened in the year 1722? Burhanul Mulk founded Awadh kingdom with Faizabad as capital, and later he shifted the capital to Lucknow. Next, uh, and by this time, Nizamul Mulk, who was the prime minister, quit Delhi and he came to Deccan in 1724 and declared independence and called that independent kingdom as Nizam state with Aurangabad as capital. See, the capital of Nizam state initially was Aurangabad and later it was shifted to Hyderabad. In 1739, Nadir Shah, he was a very great emperor of Iran. He invaded India and stayed in Delhi for 2 months, and he took huge wealth from India to Iran. These Mughals and all were like, they were very rich. They had like huge wealth. Huge wealth was taken away. The booty he took to Iran was worth 70 crores, along with the peacock throne, and the very famous Kohinoor diamond was also taken away. The peacock throne and Kohinoor diamond was also taken away. Now, the at present, the Kohinoor diamond is found with the Queen of England. This is all about Rangila. Next, Ahmad Shah. Ahmad Shah, he ruled from 1748 to 1754. His Mir Bakshi. Mir Bakshi, that is Senapati. No, no, he's not Senapati, he's Wazir. That is, Prime Minister was Imadul Mulk, who was a de facto. He was the real head. What did he do? And there was some conflict between the emperor and the Imad ul Mulk. The PM, what did he do? Blinded the emperor, and the emperor was imprisoned. See, remember how powerful were wazirs at that time. They were the real heads. They just like, these all emperors were all nominal heads, just for the namesake emperors they all were. Later Mughals were really very weak. The next one comes Alamgir II. He ruled from 1754 to 59. Again, the Wazir was Imadul Mulk. Prime Minister was Imadul Mulk. What did Prime Minister did here was, he killed the emperor and his naked body was thrown into the Yamuna River. Oh God, those prime ministers were very much powerful at that time. Next was Shah Alam II. He ruled from 1759 to 1806. Uh, First 12 years he was away from the capital, Delhi, because of the fear of Prime Minister Imadul Mulk. We are talking about Shah Alam II now. He came back to Delhi after the death of Prime Minister. Finally, by this time, the Imadul Mulk was gone. He took shelter in Awadh for 12 years. All these 12 years, he was staying in Awadh. He was staying in Awadh. Um all the Mughal Empire got disintegrated, except only Delhi and Palam was left. All contemporary writers used to say him, the territory of Alam did not go beyond Palam. As the ruler name was Shah Alam, so everyone used to say like, the territory of Alam did not go beyond Palam. In 1803, British took away Delhi and Palam, and he was made pensioner, confined his authority to Red Fort, Delhi. The, the first Mughal who was made pensioner was Shah Alam II. You need to remember this, Shah Alam II. He was made pensioner, and his authority was confined just to the Red Fort, Delhi. Next comes Akbar II. His period was from 1806 to 1837. He was receiving pension from the British. He was receiving inadequate pension. He requested East India Company to increase pension, but British turned down. So because of that reason, he sent his representative to England. At that time, Raja Ram Mohan Rai was his representative. He went to England to talk about regarding the issue of the pension of Akbar II. Rajaram will talk some more about Rajaram Mohan Rai. Rajaram Mohan Rai was a Brahmin from Bengal. He was from a very conservative family, and he was the first Indian travelers who traveled like overseas. At that time, you used to have a belief that if once in Hindu religion, if one travels to other country like or overseas, his religion will be lost. But breaking all this, he traveled there. But Raja Ram Mohan Rai accepted to go to England, but he never returned. The reason is he died in 1833 in England itself, and he is buried in Bristol, England. This was some information regarding Raja Ram Mohan Roy. And the last one was Bahadur Shah II. His period was from 1837 to 1857, and he was a great shire in Urdu and wrote beautiful ghazals with a pen named Zafar. So he's popularly known as Bahadur Shah Zafar even. He was at that time he was very old, 70 to 75 years old. At that time he was made the leader of Sipai revolt in 1857. He was declared as a leader of that revolt. In 1858 he was sent to Rangoon, that is presently Myanmar, as prisoner, and in 1858 he died. His tomb is now found at Rangoon. He was the last. Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last Mughal emperor. With this Mughal, we have completed entirely about the later Mughals. In the coming chapters, we'll be discussing about the conquest of Bengal, conquest of Madras. Many more important topics are there in this chapter two. Each and every topic I'll be discussing in detail. That's all, guys. In my next video, I'll be coming up with the conquest of Bengal. Thank you, guys. If you like the video, please do hit the like button and please do subscribe to my channel, Eddie Grow. Thank you.